Hey guys, got something cool to talk about today. So when you're starting to consider your tools that you want to take out on the road with you, you got to start thinking, okay, well, how long am I going to be out and about? So let's say you're doing a few days and you're going to be foraging for your own supplies. You have to dig latrine, you might have to chop wood, you might have to break ground for a fire pit, things of that nature. So you got to start thinking about which tools am I bringing? Now whenever you're going out and everything that you're going to need is going to be on your back, you want to go as simple and preferably as light as possible. So for the longest time I was going with the old go-tos, the very simple hand tools. Obviously the hand hatchet, yeah, that thing's rusty and old and neglected. It's been relegated to the barn. And my old e-tool that I picked up. If you don't know what an e-tool is, it's a simple folding shovel. This thing can go on the back of your backpack. It's great. And then other hand tools like knives, saws, things like that. The problem I always ran into with the individual tools was nothing was ever kept together. I had to find ways to get them stuffed in the pack, and then I had to find them. They were getting jostled around. I had to worry about maybe an axe head would cut through the pack. Any number of issues. Everything was just all over the place, and on top of it, they're not the lightest things. So I went about business like this for a couple of years, and until one year I was gifted a very nice set, and it was the Schrade all-in-one kit. This thing is actually really cool. Check this thing out. So the kit is all bundled together, and it's pretty small. It's portable, fits in a backpack, no problem whatsoever, and very easy to just pop her open. Open it up, check out all the tools inside. Now the nice thing about this is everything is kept together. It's neat and readily accessible to you whenever you need to. You can pull the whole kit out, just set it off to the side, and if you need to use any of the tools in it, you're not going to have to go rummaging through or try to remember where you set the axe or whatever. Everything's all in one spot. Now, this thing is all based off of single use. So you're going to have the handle, which is all going to be screw in place, and it's all going to be lock tightened. So you take the two pieces of the handle, screw them together, very simple. And then you're going to go into all your accessories, whether it's going to be the axe head, it's going to be the pickaxe if you have some sort of use for that. I have yet to use it. Or if you need to use the shovel, which always gets heavy use. And it's super easy. All you do is you loosen up the end down here, take your accessory head, like the axe here, put it on the end on the hook, hook it on there, tighten down, and boom, you have a fully functioning hand axe right there. Now if you want to compare the two of them, this is my old hatchet and this is the Schrade hand axe. It's got a nice long handle and this is great for swinging. I've used it several times. It's really good. The blade holds a pretty good edge. It's really nice and sharp, excellent for cutting into wood. The only drawback that I've noticed with the axe head arrangement is because you're putting heavy strikes on wood, for example, periodically you're going to have to retighten it. The impacts just loosen it up. It is what it is. It's a light kit. Now the handle itself, it appears to be aluminum, so that's what keeps it so light, and it doesn't rust up. Not one bit of this is rusted up, and I've had this kit out in some pretty hairy weather and stuff, so that's kind of nice. But the deal with the handle being what I suspect is aluminum because it's so light is you gotta wonder how much abuse can this thing take. I have not seen any severe wear on it or any real damage to it yet, but we'll see what the future holds. But as of right now, it's served me pretty faithfully. Now, what has really worked out for me in this kit, and very well, it's been the shovel. And obviously, if you're going to dig a latrine, which if you're going to be out for a while, you're gonna, and it screws on just like the axe head. Just put it in place, screw it on there. This holds very nicely. Now if you're going to compare it to the E-tool, it's longer, the head is not as broad, but all in all, the entire shovel is very strong, very, very strong. I've dug a lot of holes with this thing, a lot of latrines. I've dug under roots and things. I've dug out fire pits with this thing. I've even cut stuff with the head before. This is a very, very solid arrangement. This has been my favorite function out of the entire kit. Super awesome. I think this, I hate to say it, it actually beats out my old E-tool. Now the wild card out of the whole bunch is going to be the pickaxe. And of course, just like everything else, you could just hook it on in there, tighten it up. I don't really have much use for a pickaxe. I haven't had much very hard ground that I had to break with this thing. It does have a very sharp edge on there, so if I need to scythe some weeds out, which that might happen in the springtime, that might come in handy, and I'll update you guys about that one. But it seems like a pretty good arrangement too. I'm just kind of wondering if it's going to loosen up the same way the axe head does, or if it's going to hold up pretty good. But only time's going to tell on that one. The handsaw, it's just a basic folding handsaw. Nothing else to write home about. It folds out just like any other. Super duper light. And I don't know how well this thing will hold up. I mean, I assume it's aluminum. But, I mean, it's got nice sharp blades on there. It'll cut wood. I've used it before. No problems. Fits right into the kit. Now this kit isn't going to suit everybody. It just suits my purposes. And again, just like any other loadout, it all depends on who's loading it out and how well it's going to work for them. Some things are going to work better for me than they will for you. So for example, upgrading to this kit, in my eyes anyway, has been a huge step up as far as saving space, keeping things organized, and even the weight capacity. It's really worked out for me really well. Now some folks might still prefer their heavier hand tools, and I can understand that because they are more durable. They are solid pieces by themselves. They're completely independent. You don't have to unscrew things and put heads on and this and that and the other thing. Totally get that. So the Schrade kit works for me, but it might not work for you, and whatever, that's okay. I just wanted to show it to you guys. Might interest some folks out there. Now I've mentioned the Schrade kit before in an old camping video that I posted a while back, and I kind of went through some of the tool functions a little bit in that too. But that's about it, guys. I just want to kind of show you a comparison between the individual hand tools and the Schrade kit, how they could possibly work better for you, save space, or even be lighter for you, or just save you the organizational headache. But again, that's totally dependent on you, whether you would prefer one or the other. No big deal. Well, anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Hopefully it was helpful to at least somebody. I don't work for Schrade. If it's going to help somebody out on the trail, hey, why not show it off, right? But anyway, don't forget to check out our friends over there at Workaday Custom Gun Leather, custom made to order. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your buddies. Until next time.